Suspense continues to shroud the political climate in Tamil Nadu. Governor Vidyasagar Rao has finally taken stock of the state's political crisis and has sent a report to the president. This comes after both AIADMK warring factions led by Sasikala and Panneerselvam met Rao in Chennai yesterday. Both staked claims to form the government and submitted the names of MLAs they believe are supporting them. Panneerselvam, in his meeting with Rao, said that Sasikala's appointment as the General Secretary was unconstitutional according to party rules. He claimed that Sasikala allegedly forged signatures of many MLAs who actually were supporting him. In a meeting which then lasted for about 30 minutes, Sasikala claimed the majority of MLAs of the AIADMK was supporting her. She too, of course, staked claim to form the government. Earlier reports had revealed that Sasikala had ordered many MLAs to stay in an undisclosed location in order to avoid poaching.
அண்ணன் கழகத்தினுடைய அவைத்தலைவர் மரியாதைக்குரிய மதுசூதனன் அவருடைய தலைமையில் நம்முடைய தமிழகத்தினுடைய ஆளுநர் அவர்களை சந்தித்துவிட்டு தமிழகத்திலே நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கின்ற அத்தனை விவரங்களையும் விரிவாக பேசி வந்திருக்கின்றோம். உறுதியாக நல்லது நடக்கும். தர்மம் தன் வாழ்வதை சூதுக்கவும் மீண்டும் உறுதியாக தர்மமே வெல்லும்.
But so far Tamil Nadu is concerned, this is not due to Tamil Nadu. When MGR died, the same thing happened. Jayalalitha took a lead with some 34 MLAs. And then there was fight in the assembly. The assembly was dissolved. It is for the constitution held to decide and take appropriate action. The mandate was given only for Jayalalitha. And the difference of vote between the DMK and the AIADMK was only 5 lakhs. Because they did not get a big mandate.
2 நாட்களுக்கு முன்னால் சுய நினைவோடு சுய மரியாதையோடு ஜனநாயகத்தோடு கையெழுத்து போட்டு அவர் முன்மொழிந்து மதிப்புமிகு கழக பொதுச் செயலாளர் சின்னம்மா அவர்களை தேர்வு செய்ததற்கு பிறகு 2 நாட்கள் கழித்து இது ஜனநாயகத்தில் சரியில்லை நிர்பந்தப்படுத்தப்பட்டது என்று சொன்னால் இந்த 2 நாட்களில் நடைபெற்ற விஷயங்கள் என்ன? 2 நாட்கள் என்ன நடந்தது? யாருடைய தூண்டுதல்? இது யாருடைய பின்னணி?
Let's go straight to Deputy Editor Rohini Swami, who's joining us now from the Poor's Garden residence where Sasikala now is staying, and of course Jayalalitha used to stay there. Rohini, good morning to you. Yesterday we saw a lot of hectic developments. The governor, we believe, has made his report. How do you see today fanning out? This has been a rapidly evolving drama. How do you see the pace being set today?
Well, Jugal, good morning to you too. Well, every morning seems to be a new day here in Chennai and something to look forward in terms of developments. But things are going to be panning out because right now the ball is in the governor's court and he has definitely decided to take it nice and slow in terms of understanding the situation. He has met with Sasikala as well as Panneerselvam, and that too in a way that he first gave Panneerselvam, the CM right now who is in power, to first air out his views and what he thinks about the situation and the support he has, and then talking to Sasikala, who went along with 10 MLAs. Now what we are going to understand how the day is going to pan out is, we know that the governor has sent his report to the centre. We also need to see now what he has mentioned in his particular letter and what he says is his assessment of the situation. And there are a few things in front of the state right now. Number one, whether they can go for a floor test, because that will be the most important. DMK working president Stalin also said that they should go for a floor test, and it is most likely that the DMK also will support Panneerselvam in the floor of the house to be the chief minister of this state. VK Sasikala also saying that she has the maximum number of MLAs, 130 plus MLAs with her, and staking her claim to form the government. But also, there could be an option where, because of the kind of crisis that we're seeing, that they could also opt at looking at a president's rule. But these are options that are right now in front, and the governor is the best person to advise. the things that panned out yesterday, Jugal, in terms of the kind of drama that took place, the arrival of the governor finally, all these details is something that Chennai has never witnessed. It is quite interesting how we're seeing PILs that are being filed, MLAs who are being taken to resorts, and some of them even escaping, coming out and talking about it. So things have panned out quite interestingly in the last few weeks in Chennai. But today it is looking forward to finally as to understanding in terms of numbers who has more numbers with them at this time.
All right, Deputy Editor Rohini Swami there with all the details. We believe today may not be as eventful, as dramatic a day as it has been in the past few days. Now, it was an eventful Thursday in Chennai as political crisis deepened after Governor Vidyasagar Rao finally reached Chennai to take stock of the situation. After meeting with both warring AIADMK factions, first of course led by VK Sasikala and the other one by Panneerselvam, he submitted a report to the President of India. He ruled out President's rule from one of the options to fill the power vacuum. Here is a detailed report.
The war for Tamil throne has intensified and both factions of AIADMK have switched gears to get ahead of another. High-voltage political drama unfolded on day 3 of the Sasikala Panneerselvam power tussle as well. Missing in action all this while, Governor Vidyasagar Rao finally reached Chennai on Thursday. He ducked all questions darted at him on the ongoing political crisis. Before meeting the governor, a teary-eyed Sasikala Natarajan paid her respects at the Amma Memorial at Marina. She placed a big envelope with the names of all MLAs supporting her. Accompanied by 10 AIADMK leaders, she carried the list of all MLAs to Governor Rao at Raj Bhavan. There, she staked claims to form her own government. The meeting ended in half an hour and Sasikala left Raj Bhavan with her convoy. It was OPS's turn now and he too met with Rao as scheduled. He raised another banner of revolt saying that many MLA signatures with Sasikala could be forged.
அனைவரும் அவர் கூட தான் இருக்கிறார்கள். அனைவரும் மாண்புமிகு அம்மா அவர்கள் குடியிருந்த அந்த கோயிலான வேதா இல்லத்தில் தான் இருக்கிறார்கள். இது யாருக்கு செய்த துரோகம்? மாண்புமிகு அம்மாவுக்கு செய்த குற்றம்.
Amidst meetings with the governor, one MLA Shanmuganathan complained that Sasikala threatened all MLAs and whisked them away at a resort far from the city.
Not only the Kundam constituency MLA Ramachandran, other nearly about 130 MLAs. Yesterday they were attend the party headquarters meeting. Thereafter, they have, all of them have taken by bus and taken to ECR. All the MLAs' cell phone were switched off and no one able to contact them, and it is totally detained, illegal detention by the some vested interests.
By now, the governor had sent a detailed report to the president on the political crisis. With public anger against Sasikala peaking and a wave of support shoring up for Panneerselvam, it now remains to be seen what the governor has decided for the state. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, Is it a coincidence of a deliberate imitation game? AIADMK General Secretary Sasikala has lately been seen in a similar avatar as her colleague and a company, Jayalalitha was. She has been accused of imitating every Jaya factor, starting from her attire to the way she's conducting herself. Here is a detailed report on the stark similarities we observed between Amma and Chinnamma.
Once a shadow of Jayalalitha, Chinnamma, as Sasikala Natarajan is fondly called by her supporters, is well on course to appear as a startling reflection of her mentor.
அம்மாவுக்கென்று ஆசைகள் இருந்தது.
Have a look at how the Chief Minister hopeful has quickly modelled herself after the late Amma. Sasikala apparently began stepping into the shoes of Jayalalitha. Right when the late Chief Minister lay in state, Chinnamma stood by her body. Remember Jayalalitha's similar vigil when MGR passed away almost 30 years ago? Sasikala has also embraced Amma's favourite colour. In crisis, in success, Jayalalitha has been mostly seen in a green sari. Her successor in the AIADMK has adopted the same attire. Jayalalitha would easily ride the car in the front seat, and Sasikala has chosen the same spot for herself. And notice how the new AIADMK leader is waving the V sign at the crowds. Can't be an accidental imitation of her late predecessor in the party. Jayalalitha followers revered her as a divine being. She broke male dominance in Tamil politics. Her successor too seems to be trying to inspire a similar cult following and an adoring loyalty in state politics and polity. With Harmeet Shah Singh, Bureau Report, India Today.
Is it a coincidence or a deliberate design? We're asking. Staying with the story, the succession game in Tamil Nadu has now reached the national capital. AIADMK leaders rallying behind VK Sasikala have decided to visit Delhi and seek an appointment with the president. Although President Pranab Mukherji has not as yet given an official confirmation for any meeting to be held today, Team Sasikala said there should be no delay in the swearing-in ceremony of Chinnamma, as they have the claim of majority. DMK President M.K. Stalin has also expressed his intent to meet the president. This comes after Lok Sabha Deputy Speaker Thambidurai met Prime Minister Modi to seek centre's intervention in the ongoing power tussle.
See, the whole situation is very ugly and very sad. I think MLAs have to be allowed to decide on their own. I mean, this is unbelievable that they're being, if it is true that they're being held somewhere, it is really not acceptable.
The MLAs, if they are smart politically. If we in politics, we know it is the future that counts, not the short-term gains they're going to gain. If the MLAs, they should take a decision based on their political future. I'm saying, like, they should not take any decision which is going to benefit them now and leave them antagonistic to the public later.
I am no great fan of Sasikala. After all, I'm prosecuting her. The case that everybody is referring to, which they want the governor to wait for, is the case that I filed, and I fought it for 20 years from 1996. And I can tell you that certainly I would like to see her convicted in that case. But you can't sacrifice the Constitution because you don't like her. The Constitution says that if somebody has the majority of the House, because the majority party has unanimously endorsed her, in which Panneerselvam's vote is also there.
All right, let's go straight to our correspondent Akshay Nath, who's joining us now from outside the residence of the caretaker Chief Minister O. Panneerselvam. Now, Akshay, we are given to understand that the AIADMK MPs and other leaders want to meet the President of India today in the national capital. What are the developments expected in Chennai, and just when do we see the governor's report being actually coming out in the open and being implemented as well?
Well, Jugal, in Chennai, it's a very tense situation. We still have two parties fighting for the same cause. Both of them have gone and met the governor. The O. Panneerselvam camp had a meeting for 20 minutes, while the Sasikala camp had for 35 minutes. And later we have seen that even now the MLAs who have been taken away in luxury buses to luxury hotels, we are being told, there's no news about them. We have not been able to contact them. But it was seen that yesterday when a habeas corpus was filed, the public prosecutor had mentioned that they're living in the MLA quarters. So there's a stark difference to the information that is being given to the court and what is happening in reality. So the kind of actions that we are expecting today is movement from the Sasikala Natarajan camp, where because she's already gone and met the governor. When she was going in, she looked a little tense, but when she was coming out, she was relaxed, comfortable, all smiling, waving and showing namaste to all the party cadres who had gathered around the Raj Bhavan. So we saw a stark contrast in the way she was responding. From that, we can actually find a signal that maybe she is having a positive review. And also we are seeing that because these MPs, 20 MPs from Tamil Nadu who had gone to Delhi day before yesterday, they will be meeting the president today. They're also going to talk to him about how the entire party is in the side of Sasikala and how they should need an immediate swearing in ceremony. And Jugal, we're seeing that though the DAK's verdict is just a few days away, it seems like Sasikala Natarajan is not ready to wait till then. Even if it's for a week or for 2 or 3 days, she just wants to become the Chief Minister of the state. And even if she's going to jail, even if the DAK's is a negative impact, she wants to be the Chief Minister of the state, at least for that limited period, is what we can see here, Jugal.
All right, Akshay Nath there from Chennai. Thank you for all those details. The battle between Panneerselvam and Sasikala for the control of AIADMK has now spread to Jayalalitha's house in Chennai's Poise Garden. While Sasikala wants to retain the custody, the possession of that house, the rebel Chief Minister, the caretaker Chief Minister O. Panneerselvam has announced his intention to turn it into a memorial for Amma.
A sprawling mansion in Chennai's most posh locality. Home for 35 years to Tamil Nadu's most powerful woman. Now at the heart of a massive tussle between Amma's lieutenant and her closest confidant, both claiming to be protectors of Amma's legacy. Veda Nilayam in Poise Garden is the latest flashpoint between Sasikala and Panneerselvam. While it is currently Sasikala's residence, Panneerselvam has announced plans to make it a memorial for Jayalalitha.
அக்காவுக்கு பிடிக்காதவர்கள் யாரெல்லாம் இருக்கின்றார்களோ அவர்கள் இன்றைக்கு அனைவரும் அவர் கூட தான் இருக்கிறார்கள். அனைவரும் மாண்புமிகு அம்மா அவர்கள் குடியிருந்த அந்த கோயிலான வேதா இல்லத்தில் தான் இருக்கிறார்கள். இது யாருக்கு செய்த துரோகம்?
Number of people who are coming out and screaming slogans against O. Panneerselvam.
Panneerselvam's announcement led to massive protest from Sasikala's supporters.
He is a political scoundrel, Panneerselvam. He is a cheated fellow.
Sasikala's claim to Poise Garden may not withstand legal scrutiny if it comes to a situation that the matter is taken to court.
If there is no will, the property will go to the kith and kin of the deceased. If there is no will, Sasikala cannot claim any property of the deceased.
India Today is the only channel to have had access to the iconic house. Footage captured during a raid in 1997. Jayalalitha bought the house in 1967 and named it after her mother, Vedavalli. it is officially valued around rupees 50 crores. But that is not why Panneerselvam and Sasikala are fighting over it. The tussle is for Jayalalitha's legacy, an attempt by both leaders to prove their proximity to Jaya and project themselves as the rightful heir. With Akshay Nath in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.